it's time to open up our Council of Aging meeting, and we'll do a roll call of board officers, with the exception that I don't know the board officers. So if someone has officer names, Megan, could you do that for me?
1 second. Let me see if I have that.
Here.
Okay, Arthur.
Here.
Deb. Here. Mary Jean.
Jean Marie.
Sorry, Jean Marie.
That's okay.
Jean Marie. Smitty.
Yes.
John.
Yes, good morning.
Lisa. Mary Joyner.
Present.
Oh, Mrs. Joyner.
Thank you. Director Tobin.
Yep. Is there anybody absent?
I am looking through my list right here that I just dug out. And actually, you know what? I have a list of Friends membership. I do not have the board member list. I know that Betty is not present today, and Jackie is not here. Smitty, can you help me? Who else is missing?
That's it, I
Well,
believe.
I think everybody else. I have a list. It's Arthur, Jean Marie, Diana's not here, Pam is not here, Betty.
Yep, not here.
Mary. Betty's not here. Mary's here. Deb is here. John's here. Jackie's here. And Smitty's here. Oh, Jackie's not here. I thought we just said she. No, okay. Fine.
No, all right.
No, so that's who I have.
List.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that was roll call. All right, Megan, if you could give us an update, please, at the senior center. We'd love to hear what's going on.
Absolutely. I am very excited to share that our mission statement for the senior center is now posted on the wall of the senior center, as recommended from the board. So when you come in, it's above our announcement board on the wall. Our mission statement is for Lynn seniors to feel safe, welcomed, heard, and supported. Safety is always first at the center. And I want to share that recently, because of construction, we had a fire drill. They touched some wires, we evacuated the building. But what was really good is we were able to take out our smartphones, pull our attendance from the electronic My Senior Center check-in, and grab our sign-in sheet, our sign-in book for visitors, and account for everyone. So I felt very proud that we were able to account for everyone, and it just reiterated the importance of everyone signing in for safety. So that was really good. I also had Marge do a little number check. And since July of 23, when I started, we have added 160 seniors have signed up to the senior center. And that's a manual count because the electronic count was like 200 and something. And I said, I feel like I've been growing in my job, but I don't think I've grown that far into my job, okay? So we went through month by month manually to verify those numbers. So that feels good. New people are coming in. They're saying that they're hearing things about the center, and that's positive for the community. So I'm really happy about that. Any questions about the sign-in and our numbers?
Did you say that 160 new members have signed in since you started in July? So what's the membership now?
The membership now is approximately 250.
Okay, fine.
I have a question, Ms. Megan.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned about the fire drill. The safety area, is it still in the compound of the center?
Yes. I am working with the fire department to figure out, should we be at the end of the parking lot or should we be across the street? But that's something that I'm working to sort out with the fire department, what our distance from the building should be.
Also, you might want to follow up with them that in case, what is the radius, in case that entire area is under lockdown, is there a location that the senior citizens will be evacuated into? What's the radius? Is it
Okay.
1 mile, 2 miles radius outside that area completely? You might want to follow up with that. There has to be somewhere outside of the building, outside of that perimeter.
Okay, I think that radius would probably be the space, whether it's over at the Harrington Elementary School across the street or the end of the parking lot because of the issues with mobility. But I am, again, working with the fire department to sort out where exactly we should be.
Yeah, there's a bomb shelter around that place. And that's where they're going to, there is. They're going to tell you, but just find out from them.
Okay.
Follow up from them.
All
Just
right.
in case that's a lockdown in that area.
All right, I will follow that up.
All right.
All right. Well, we continue to accommodate our seniors with construction by trying to navigate the usage of our rooms, reaching out and using other space. We recently used public health to finish our computer classes, so we were able to do that. We're repurposing our game room on Monday and Wednesdays from 10 to 10:40, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:30, and now on Fridays from 9 to 11 for our new tech program. So as some of you may recall, we had a tech assistant come down and helping seniors with technology.
Yeah.
That person's contract ran out and we found this new amazing resource that the city of Lynn has, a GI Tech Ninja, basically. That's what they're calling her, a digital ninja to help with technology. So we are really excited about that. This new program is starting at the senior center. They came down and they introduced themselves, Digital Jedi, right? So they're going to come down and they're going to meet with our seniors. So our seniors will meet with Tanya on Monday and say what kind of tech problem that they're having. She will make a ticket for them and then she will submit the ticket. And the Jedi Consortium will come down on Friday and meet with those seniors to address the issue. Eventually, we hope to work with the seniors to make their own ticket for the Jedi Consortium to get that. But this is where we're starting with this. And what is amazing about this program is that it's not just for seniors, it's for Lynn residents. So I would suggest that other people reach out to the Jedi Consortium and see what other digital resources they have out for other Lynn residents. It seems like it's an amazing resource, and it's really nice that as we ended one digital support, we were able to line up another one immediately. So that's really good things going on. So that is my update. I can tell you about activities next if you would like.
I think that'd be wonderful.
Okay. We're still doing groups and clubs. So we have gaming club, gardening club, decor club, and chorus, the Songbirds. We have supper club the second Tuesday of the month. We have for workshops and programs, we have SAIL, which is staying active and independent living, every Tuesday and Thursday with Greater Lynn Senior Services. We have services from Claudia Mass Health on October 1st and 25th. On Fridays, we have the Digital Jedi Consortium, as I just spoke about. We are starting a art class with Sunil on Fridays, and that will accommodate 30 seniors. We are going to have a graduation for seniors that have participated in health training programs and educational programs through GLIS. We are going to have a Halloween, fun Halloween day on the 30th, including a costume party. And on October 15th, we're going to have a Hispanic Heritage Celebration. This month's trips include Encore Casino, out to lunch for a Colombian restaurant in Lynn, and a trip to Rockport for the Paper House Museum and lunch. We are going to have a presentation from the health department on bed bugs. We are going to have a special celebrity guest on the 8th for our senior chat. There'll be presentation on Energy Save presentation program on the 22nd, and UMass will be presenting on Social Security. Our regular vendors will be here for the podiatrist, massage, manicure, dentist, barber. What is a little different for those vendors now is that we are requesting that they pay the vendors directly. In the past, the senior center has been collecting the money for the vendors, but now we're asking that the seniors pay the vendors directly as opposed to us holding on to that money for them. Because sometimes people don't show up for the appointment, so we would like them to now pay them directly. Any questions about the activity or programming that we have for October?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm here on my other computer, and we talked about this the last time. So I was able to go to the City of Lynn website now, and go to Elder Services, right? Which took me to the Facebook page, right?
City of Lynn, you should go on.
I still don't see where I actually see the calendar of events.
So when you go to the City of Lynn webpage and you go to Elder Services, what you would get is you would get our newsletter. Our Facebook page is different.
Okay, so that's no.
Right, so there's 3 social media platforms for the senior center. One is the city's webpage. And actually,
which is just online. Okay.
The team is actually working on writing these up, so they should be out by next month, but the platforms are up.
Okay.
So one is
okay. I see it here now. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I see the newsletter.
All right, and if you open up the newsletter, in the newsletter, if you flip through the pages, you will see.
There we go.
Okay, I'm glad you found it, but I'm just going to share for other people. So there is the newsletter through the City of Lynn's website. There is our Google business account where people can ask the senior center questions and we will respond. And there also is our Facebook page. So those are our 3 social media platforms that we are working with to communicate with people and share information about what is going on at the senior center. And we are working on concrete directions on how people can access those websites to find us.
Yeah. Good. Thank you for that. I'm glad I
Not a
figured
problem.
it. Yeah.
Megan,
Yes.
no Topsfield Fair this year?
Yes, we are going to the Topsfield Fair on the senior day.
Thank you.
I didn't
I'm
share
sorry, I was
that
on
date,
mute.
but I will have that, I'll have that date posted on our Facebook page for the date for the Topsfield Fair, because we are in fact going.
Should be the first Monday of October.
Thank you.
Okay. Smitty's reporting the first Monday of October. There is a specific day that is a senior day, and it's a $10 day, and that is the day that we are going. But I will have that posted.
Megan, would you like to go next to the financial report?
We have fiscal year 25 has started in July, and since July we have spent $10,456 running the senior center.
So
Yes,
Megan, I have a question. We had asked this last year about a budget that we could see that the senior center has, and I don't know if there is one yet that is available.
well, what I did is I had Mabel break down what we spent, so I can email that to Pam and she can share it. I can break down where the $10,000 has been spent. And I can tell you that we started our budget in July with $424,559,000. And we're at $414,102.
And thank you.
Really?
All right, and Megan, any senior center staff updates?
We have hired one additional staff, and that is Barbara. She has a wealth of experience in working with senior center, and she's been extremely helpful and has assimilated well into our program. She is going to be responsible for the volunteers at the center. We are in a second round of interviews for a kitchen coordinator.
Okay, do we want to move on to the next one? Friends of Lynn Council on Aging report. Is there anybody who can provide that report in lieu of Joan being able to be here?
Thank you and have a good day.
No? Okay, so we'll table that. And new and old business. Megan, do you want to give us a construction and space update at the senior center?
Sure. The construction for the administrative offices are tentatively scheduled to be completed by September 30th. I am hopeful. The stairs are tentatively scheduled to be completed by November 18th. The stairs are a massive project. That has got to give us access up and down through the building, and that's a significant safety issue. The CAF, the kitchen and the salon are going to be completed by, tentatively scheduled to be completed by November 25th. So hopefully all of this will be wrapped up by about Thanksgiving, or the first floor and the stairs. So could be a lot of space will then be open, and that will make things feel a lot better. We'll be able to move around more and spread out our programming so that we won't be closing down rooms during the day to do things. So we're really excited about that. And I have to say the seniors have been great about just understanding the constrictions during the time in the game room and the time in the lunchroom when we have to do chair yoga, and changing the barber's room to the manicure room to the massage room. So people have been really patient, so I appreciate that.
Go ahead, Deborah, you have a question?
Yeah, so I have a question about, I know we're growing, which is a great thing, but every time I go there, we have a really bad situation with parking. And this is at 8:30 in the morning. I can't find a parking space as a volunteer, and other people come in, and I've seen them pull in the parking lot and go to the end and turn around and go back out. There is no parking. And I heard a rumor, of course, there's always rumors, that at some point next year, the city school department will be moving to another facility. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it doesn't, and they continue to take as much parking as they do, it's a real issue for seniors.
It is, and the city is aware, and they're
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to support us on that.
Okay.
Exactly. Part of the construction does include demarcation of what spaces are allotted to the senior center and what spaces are allotted to the school department. I can say that yes, there are plans at some point. I don't know if it's next year or not for school department, different departments of Lynn Public Schools to go to the new building that the city has purchased at Market Street. You know, those plans can always change. So it's right, like rather than say this is what's going to happen and it doesn't.
Right.
But this seems like a good time to bring up some, what I think is good news, new business. The public health department is applying to MassDOT, the community transit program, on behalf of the senior center for 2 handicap accessible vans, one to replace the old one that we have that's handicap accessible, and one to replace the one that somehow got through the pipeline without being handicap accessible.
Right. Awesome.
We're
Yes.
also asking for funding for a full-time driver. Our hope is that a full-time driver, a second full-time driver, will be someone who the center won't necessarily utilize for programming during the day, but someone who will literally drive, so that the center can offer, say, like every other Tuesday, a trip to the supermarket. You know, every other Friday, a trip to, if you need to go to the VA clinic, so that we can literally be a hub for people who need to get places that are scheduled and to help that out. So we're feeling pretty confident about our chances at that. So everybody keep their fingers crossed. Norris, who many of you may know, who is a fabulous grant writer, who he's got those magic words and the magic pen, and you know, he's able to just, you know, utilize all the information and put together really compelling grants. So we feel really good about it. So everybody keep their fingers crossed, and you know, hopefully with 2 vans going, 2 drivers going, maybe that will help people not have to drive to the senior center. You know, we're also hopeful that with 2 drivers, two vans, we can spend more time at the senior center instead of the day starting a little bit later because we need to get everybody there, and then ending a little bit earlier so that we can get everybody out in a timely manner, that, you know, we might be able to extend the day a little bit as well at the center. So that will go in, I think it's actually 2 rounds of funding. One is the programmatic part, so that would be the driver, and one is the vehicle part. And there's 2 different rounds, but by Thanksgiving, both of those will be in. So we will keep you posted on that.
How many parking spots do we have? Sorry, Smitty.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, how many parking spots do we have allocated for the senior center?
I do not know that off the top of my head. I would have to look at the floor plan again.
Could we get
Is there
that number?
any-
Just
Yeah.
it would,
Oh, go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
no, it would just be good to have that number so that we know how many spots we have.
Yep. Yep.
Is there any word on when we're going to get a sign?
Sign for,
Tell them where the senior center is. Separate the school department from the senior center.
when you say separate, what do you, I don't understand what you mean,
A
Smitty. I'm
lot
sorry.
of cabs and a lot of deliveries are going to the school department because they're registered at 37 Friend.
Right. So the whole building
you
is
need a sign
37.
over by our door.
Right. So the whole building is 37 Friend Street. If you go to the school department door, it will say this is for the school department. For the senior center, go to the other door. We were working on getting a sign put up, but then with all the construction, didn't think that was an appropriate time to be putting a sign either onto the building or in front of the building because of the
Right.
chances of something happening. So, you know, once that construction's done, yes, we would definitely like to make the senior center portion of the building much more identifiable.
Yeah, I'm talking like for cabs and ride share programs that come in for people. Sometimes they go to the other door.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely something to work on. And like I said, we were working on that, and then when all the construction stuff kind of came up, it was like, maybe we should wait on doing that right now.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add for new or old business? Everybody's in good shape, feeling good. If I could, I would just like to take a second. I think I have been here now a year and 2 days as the public health director. So I really want to commend Megan and the COA and the senior center staff. I think in the past year, the senior center has come a long way. I think it's like they are also riding the wave up and down, you know, where we get a stride and then all of a sudden it's the construction, or we get a stride and all of a sudden one of the buses breaks down or something. But overall, I think the level of programming has been elevated. I think the fact that more and more seniors are coming on a daily basis, even with what's going on with the construction, is a great sign of the great work that's going on down there. You know, adding staff, I think coming up with like cohesive programs, policies, you know, to ensure that everybody's safe, to ensure that everybody is respected, to ensure that everybody is able to have a good time and has access to the senior center, has been increased down there. And I'm just really proud of Megan. I'm proud of the senior center. I'm really happy to be a part of that. And I want you guys to know that, you know, the public health department is always here to support you guys and whatever we can do. And if, you know, if you guys need stuff, I'm always available. So just want to kind of throw that out there on my 1-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you,
Right.
I
guys.
ditto
Thank
that.
you.
I ditto all of that, MJ.
And if I can just put a point on it, that access is critical to the success of the senior center. That's where when I asked, you know, how many parking spots do we have? I mean, you can have great services, but if people don't feel like they can just pop in their car and stop in, well, then the access is limited.
Yeah, Jean, you mentioned that, and it put an idea into my head that I'm going to keep in my head. And then I'm going to see if I can work that out. And then when I think it's a implementable idea, I will come back to you guys and let you know what it was. I have lots of ideas. I've had to learn to keep my mouth a little bit quiet on them first. Deborah, did you have something?
So I know we had talked not long ago about parking, and I believe Megan said back then there were like 27, 28 spaces for the seniors, which isn't a lot. And that was when they had 3 or 4 employees. Now the employees have been added and they've taken like 7 or 8 spaces, which cuts the senior spaces down. So I think that all has to be looked at and see how we can rearrange that to better service the seniors.
You know, to that point, so just to highlight how parking is a real disincentive when people can't find parking. Like we have this beautiful Y now in Lynn, and I hear over and over again how people don't go because it's just so tough to find parking.
Mhm.
You know, so
Right.
yeah.
It's an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I will definitely, that's a really valid observation about the employee spaces. And I will definitely make that a priority of mine to see what we can do about that. Like I said, I have an idea and I might be able to work some magic and figure something out.
Okay, thank you.
Just looking at my notes, it was back in May that we talked about parking. I mean, I made a note of that. So it's been on our radar for a while, just looking. Okay.
All right, is there anything else we would like to add to new and old business? We're good? All right, we're going to adjourn this meeting at 10:30. Do we take a vote to adjourn or do we just adjourn?
Because we just
Say that again?
adjourn. We just go ahead and adjourn.
We just get on our way?
Yes,
Yeah.
however you choose to.
All right. I think it's very nice just to part ways with a have a great day, everybody. It's always so nice to see your smiling faces. And again, thank you for your support of the senior center. And I mean, it's a lot to volunteer your time and to be committed to making sure that something's working and showing up. So I appreciate it, really, truly.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Bye, guys.
you.
Have a great
Bye,
day.
everybody. Have a powerful day.
Bye now.
Bye.